Hello, my name's Larry Hussey, and my web series is Drug Force, and I'm looking for an animation studio to develop Drug Force into a television cartoon. And I have more on television later on in the show today. First, I want to tell you there's a brand new K-pop group that is making news, and they're called One Verse, which is the numeral one and then verse, one verse. And they're making news because two of their members are defectors from North Korea, and that's why they're in the news. And they're also brand new, and their first song is pretty good, as a first song should be. All right, my microphone's plugged in, should be okay. And so the other thing is Super Junior, the previous generation boy band from the generation that's previous to this one, sort of in terms of K-pop and K-pop eras. They just came out with a new song that's really modern and really, it's really a sort of electronic and really modern and very much meant for the whole world. It's not just meant for same old fans. With nothing wrong with making music for your same fans, but this one is clearly a nice thumping electronic music song that become a hit song. All right. So another thing in the news. First of all, I'm really sad that three people who were training to become sheriff deputies were killed, and that's been in the national news, national headlines. I don't have to tell you that. And I've been trying to think about it, and I finally realized what my perspective is on it, other than it's extremely sad that three people were willing to fight the battle against crime, and they're gone now. Three people willing to do that gone is a tremendous loss. And but the other thing is that LA Sheriff's Department is already known. There's already corruption in the LA Sheriff's Department that's so well known that how many minutes do I have on my battery? Okay. I'm getting a battery warning. But the corruption of the LA County Sheriff's Department is so well known that the paper book has been published on it. A paper book has been written and published and printed and mailed, and a paper book has been written on it, talking about how the most easy example to explain is that they actually have gang members as deputies, so that deputies go out, and if you're a member of their gang, they won't arrest you. And that's tremendously scary. And it's not justice, and it's not something taxpayers should pay for, because we're paying for justice. We're not paying for deputies that are gang members, okay? And now, county government is paid for by property taxes, right? And so you can imagine how huge the taxes are in LA County. It's LA. It has Beverly Hills. It has downtown LA. It has, I guess Hollywood's a separate. I mean, Hollywood's in the LA County though. It's not LA City. It's LA County. And you can imagine the huge receipts, they call them, of county property taxes that they get, and the sheriff's department that they in return provide, they're tatted up for gangs, and they're members of gangs. And so this problem is so well known that there's been enough time to write a book, publish a book. The lady who wrote it is on tour promoting the book. It's been enough time for all that old style book stuff to happen. It's a real book, not like my books that are ebooks, right? I have 3 ebooks on Kindle, by the way. That's a nice tie-in. That's a tie-in. That's a tie-in. Tie-in. Okay. Yeah, microphone's still on. So, okay, I mentioned the sheriff and the new K-pop videos. And so the next thing is, as a consumer reporter, I like to find new products and services and tell you about them so that you can be well informed as a consumer and you can make well informed decisions as a consumer. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about today is called Wire Free Sky Services, and they are at wirefreesky.com/services. And their services are threefold. They remove overhead telecom wires, they remove satellite dish, and they remove TV antenna. That sounds good, doesn't it? Unfortunately, this particular named service is only in Seattle, but maybe there's similar services where you are if you're not in Seattle area. But if you're in Seattle area, as I am, their website is wirefreesky.com, and their logo is sort of a chalkboard wire free sky with an exclamation point, and then a cartoonish drawn bluebird, and the bluebird has a voice bubble with a red heart in it because the bluebird is like, oh, I love this. There's no more telecom wires and satellite dishes and TV antenna. And so, boy, I know I had an apartment that had 3 or 4 satellite dishes that were obviously not being used. They were hanging down. They were hang dog and all that, and they were obviously not being used. And I asked the foreman, the maintenance guy, can we remove these? And they're like, nah, no. And then I called the satellite dish company, and they were like, no, you can't. And maybe you could call wirefreesky.com. Because it is hard to call around and find out how to get rid of a satellite dish. It really is. Now they don't remove. Now it says on there, they don't remove power lines. Don't ask them to remove power lines, okay? They don't do that. They remove old telecom wires that are not being used, and satellite dishes and TV antenna. Now remember, several weeks ago, I told you about third generation TV. So I would also want to inform you, before you remove your TV antenna from your roof or wherever, remember, third generation TV is here now. It's in most places now. All you have to do is buy a box or an extra antenna thing. So all I ask is that before you remove a TV antenna, see what you have to do to get third generation antenna TV. Because third generation antenna TV, see, there's analog was the first generation, digital was the second, and third generation is the third. And they have stuff that is comparable to 4K graphics. So I want to remind you of that. That is here now. That's not some weird thing in the future. That is here now. And I'm your consumer reporter, and so you know about it because I'm your consumer reporter. And you have 1 more minute left on your 10-minute break. Enjoy that minute and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.